7 things to consider before you file a divorce. If you are thinking of filing a divorce or divorcing your partner, you must consider these 7 factors. So let me categorize you. Number 1 is the reason for the divorce. It could be more than one, but at least you must have a solid reason acceptable in law before you get a divorce. Now, if your reason is that you are tired of your marriage or you no longer love your partner, then it's not going to work. That is not a reason acceptable in law. If you give that kind of reason in court, you are not going to get a divorce at all. No court will grant you a divorce. Now, the reasons acceptable in law before a marriage is dissolved are failure to consummate your marriage, that's people do not have sex. 2, adultery. 3, desertion or living apart. Now, this living apart can be 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, but at least 1 year minimum. Must have lived apart for more than 1 year. There are other reasons that your partner, you can no longer tolerate, you can no longer live with your partner, and maybe he's a drunkard, and so on and so forth. Now, the second thing to consider is the cost or logistics. That is egonan. Now, this will entail cost of hiring a lawyer, filing papers, service by court bailiff, transportation, and other expenses you may make during dependency or commencement of this divorce. The third thing you need to consider is that you must get all your documents ready. This one is not, I can't see the document, but you must have all your papers ready. Topmost is your marriage certificate. Now, it's not that certificate given that has a letterhead of your church. If you bring this kind of marriage certificate, it will not be acceptable. The one that is acceptable is this type you see on the screen, given by your local government or the local government where you contracted that marriage. It has a different format. Of course, you have to submit one thereafter. One will be in church. You keep one. You can get the original or you can get a photocopy. Either way it will serve. You can get any other document concerning something or things that you are claiming in court. For instance, landed property. If you are claiming that you have an interest or you're entitled to a particular landed property, of course, you need to present a land agreement bearing your name. So make sure you have all your documents ready depending on your claim. The fourth thing you need to consider is custody. If you don't have kids with your partner, you don't have to worry about this. No need for custody. Who are you getting custody over? But if you have kids with your partner, you must, as a matter of necessity, consider this factor, custody, except you don't want custody. Now, if you want custody and your kids are over 18, again, court will not really grant it. Naturally, those kids can now make a decision for themselves, so to say. But if they are minors, court will definitely decide on who gets custody. So you must get your facts straight. You must align your facts according to your desires or your wishes or your claim. If you want to know more about how you can get custody of your kids, you can ask me in the comment section. The fifth thing you need to consider, you must consider, is maintenance. It's also called alimony. That's money paid to a spouse on the order of court for maintenance, and all that. It does not matter about gender. So a wife could be ordered to be paying a husband alimony. It is very rare, but most cases are the husband paying the wife. But most times the court merges this maintenance with the kids. So the husband is paying the wife, for instance, 300,000 to take care of the kids and herself, of course. Basically, they take care of kids, of course, they chop too and all that. So that's what you need to consider. If you don't want it, of course, just naturally erase it from your to-do list. The sixth thing you must consider, of course, you need to know, is you need a lawyer. You need to get a sound lawyer or any lawyer of your choice. It depends. It depends on your pockets. A lawyer that can take care of your matter, take care of your business. The seventh thing you must consider, which is the final thing you must consider, is time. Of course, divorce is not the same everywhere in the world. Down here in Africa, Nigeria in particular, you must consider that divorce will take you like 6 to 13 months or 12 months. That's a year. So ordinarily you get 30 days after service and so many other things to consider. So it is time consuming. It may exceed 1 year, but ordinarily your divorce should end between 6 months to 1 year. Ordinarily, if any other thing will carry and enter 1 year plus 2 years, of course you see them now, see they play out. And while you are considering these things, good luck.